Montenegro and the orchestra entertain on Here's to Veterans, the best in music for all you ex-servicemen and women and your folks everywhere. Specially transcribed for you by the Veterans Administration in cooperation with the American Federation of Musicians, whose members are donating their services.
That was Mamie from our new album, Candy and Other Sweets, and I'm Hugo Montenegro. I'll be back with another of our latest after these few important words for the VA.
Thank you, Hugo. Well, friends, I do suppose it's natural that the VA, serving veterans as they do, staffed in large part by loyal and dedicated veterans, should also have more Medal of Honor winners per number of employees than any other government agency. And that's the facts. At last count, 267 Americans were entitled to wear the combat medal, and 17 peacetime awards were also made. Now, of these 284 above and beyond call of duty citizens in our midst, the VA can point with pride to 28 who are VA employees. 10% of all Medal of Honor winners work for the VA. Day in, day out, in VA stations up and down, crisscrossing this land of ours, from Albany to Albuquerque, from Wilkes-Barre to Los Angeles, they're hard at work serving other veterans. They're all employed in the Department of Veteran Benefits of the Veterans Administration. And the VA just thought you'd like to know about that. The VA also wanted me to tell you that a recent law gives Medal of Honor winners everywhere special hospital and other care benefits that they never had before. Well, let's save that information for a bit later on, because right now it's time for Hugo Montenegro. Hugo?
Thank you. And now the orchestra and that sexy kitten. Meow.
Hugo Montenegro, ladies and gentlemen. And friend, here is a winner, and a salute to winners. Did you know that only one out of every 700,000 of our citizens has the right to wear the rosette of the Medal of Honor? Well, the VA is mighty proud that it can point to dozens of these hard-to-find citizens and call them VA employees. And the VA, naturally, is right proud of all of its loyal, dedicated workers. But these Medal of Honor winners, all 300 of them, have lately been in the news again, friend, because of two new laws passed in their behalf. One gives holders of the Congressional Medal full rights to VA hospital, domiciliary, and medical care for non-service-connected disabilities. Well, if you'd like to know more about this nation's Medal of Honor winners, who they are, and in what action they won their medals, the Government Printing Office in Washington has put out a new book called Medal of Honor Recipients 1863 to 1963, which you can buy for $2.75. Address: the Superintendent of Documents, General Printing Office, Washington, D.C. And listen, here's an important word for veterans of World War II. There's a deadline, a final, overall, that's all she wrote deadline for application for these veterans, World War II veterans, for July 25th, 1967, for that important GI loan. So if you're a veteran of World War II and you want to buy that home of your own, don't let yourself be caught. Don't forget that date, July 25, 1967. Now, your individual eligibility date already may have arrived, so if I were you, I'd check with your nearest office of the Veterans Administration. And for goodness sakes, keep in mind that absolute final deadline of July 25, 1967. It could be awfully important to you and your family. Hugo Montenegro.
And this is Hugo Montenegro thanking you for asking us to join you on your program, Here's to Veterans. Listen for us because we'll be back. And now to close, the orchestra, and one of my favorites, and we've just recorded this, the swinging minuet, Fanny's Theme.
Hi, veterans. I'm Lorne Green. Of all the important documents you'll ever have, your discharge papers are the most important. You'll always need them when applying for VA benefits. Now, should you lose your discharge papers, you can get verification of your military service by writing the Military Personnel Records Center, 9700 Page Boulevard, St. Louis, 32, Missouri. Let me repeat that. 9700 Page Boulevard, St. Louis, 32, Missouri. Now, be sure to furnish the complete name under which you served, your service number, your branch of service, and the period for which verification is desired.
That's the Here's to Veterans tribute from Hugo Montenegro and the orchestra. Here's to Veterans is presented transcribed by the Veterans Administration in cooperation with the American Federation of Musicians, whose members have donated their services, and this station, which has contributed its time in the public interest. Tune in again for more top-flight entertainment on Here's to Veterans.
And from Hollywood, this is Hugo Montenegro saying thanks for listening.